Dragon Age Origins. I know I say this often, but this game really holds a very special place in my heart, because it rekindled my love for gaming. You see, I got hooked on a little drug known as World of Warcraft, a game I'm sure I'll be reviewing in the future. Now at the time, I spent roughly the last 4 years playing World of Warcraft, and it wasn't doing me, my friends, or my school any favors. Eventually my brother just took me aside and simply listed off all the flaws the game had, which finally was enough for me to get away from it and try something new. And then it happened. Those sweet tones, that beautiful singing. What is that? I want to play it. Meet Dragon Age Origins, the game that not only helped me get over my WoW addiction, but even got me interested in picking up reading again, something I've always enjoyed doing when I was a kid. Dragon Age was released in 2009 by EA and developed by BioWare. That second name might sound familiar? Well, that's because BioWare is one of the better known Western RPG creators, known for making games such as Mass Effect and Knights of the Old Republic, a game which I reviewed a few weeks ago. When you start the game, you realize why the game is called Dragon Age Origins, because you get to pick where you hail from. You can pick 3 different races, all with a different starting area, depending on what race and class you pick. In classical BioWare fashion, you get to pick whether you're a man or a woman in this game, which doesn't really impact the game too much, except for some dialogue options and slightly affects some starting areas. You also get to assign some base skills and you're off, ready to explore this beautiful, welcoming, wondrous new world of blood. Oh dear God! From there, let's move on to the story. Dragon Age is quite a dark fantasy game. When I first played it, it reminded me of Lord of the Rings, which immediately got me interested, only with more blood. Yeah, more of that. You start the game off with one of many different origin stories, and from there you're recruited by a man named Duncan, who recruits you to become a warden. From there you move on to one of the most impressive moments in the game, the battle at Ostagar. This sold the game for me. Menacing enemies threatening the land? Check. Realistic or semi-realistic armor and weapons? Check. Brave heroics and mythical monsters? Check. From there on, the game truly starts. Like most BioWare games, you begin traveling the world, recruiting party members to join you and setting out on an important quest to save the world. The story in this game is top-notch. The game touches on political schemes, racism, religion and loyalty. These aspects are well developed but don't overshadow the overall story of the game. And finally, the game is well developed and believable. Something too many games neglect nowadays. If the setting of your game isn't believable, then neither will your game be. A world needs to be able to breathe. Culture, for example, is more than different styles of architecture. A culture is defined by the way of thinking, their songs and their moral standards. And Dragon Age does this very well. It features a variety of races, all with their own in-depth and interesting culture. From the oppressed city elves, slaving away in human cities, to the caste system of the dwarves. They're all interesting and can be explored more by talking to NPCs or finding books. But enough gushing over the story. Let's move on to the gameplay. In many ways, it reminded me of playing Knights of the Old Republic. You pause the game, think of a strategy, and then have the models fight out your battle on screen. However, unlike Knights of the Old Republic, Dragon Age can actually get a lot more tactical, even going so far to getting your entire party wiped if you don't think ahead and position your party members. While you're playing, you gain experience, from either killing mobs, finding lore, or items. This experience can then be spent when you level up, from getting better lockpicking skills to learning a new ability to fight your foes with. As you travel the world, you'll come across a variety of enemies, both human and inhuman, who all seem to be out for your blood. I personally really like the Darkspawn, the main enemy of the game. These monstrous orcish enemies are numerous and it feels great slicing your way through hordes of them. Besides combat, you'll often have to talk your way through a situation and make decisions. A high coercion can help you convince certain enemies to lay down their arms or get yourself a better deal at a merchant. So, what about Dragon Age's graphics? Well, besides bloody, honestly, I never really thought their graphics were too amazing, not even at release. They do a well enough job to pull you in, but the graphics definitely took a step back to make way for the story. A hilarious feature for this game are the blood splatters on your character whenever you kill something, often leading to you holding a pleasant conversation with someone while covered in blood. Now at the start I told you that this game got me to pick up reading again. Well, that's because besides the game, they also released 3 novels. I actually read 2 of these and I'm currently reading the 3rd. If you enjoy the game, I would highly recommend reading the first book, and if you enjoy that one, getting the second one. Dragon Age is a real gem of a game, and one that I would encourage you to try. I got it via Steam, and I never had any trouble with the installation. And that once again brings us to the end of another episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Now the show improves with your feedback, so leave me a comment in the comment section below. And be sure to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down to let me know if you enjoyed the video or not. Take care for now, and I'll see you next week for another Did You Play?